Hello everyone and welcome to the Crypto Session Brief. We're on Friday the 10th of June 2022. Looking across the crypto markets today, pretty much all of them pointing to the downside and not looking too pretty. Some of them looking a little bit worse off than others though, and I'll start with the worst one, which appears to be Litecoin. In the top left here you can see Litecoin already piercing its previous, basically all of its previous range lows, and I did say that Litecoin and Ethereum were looking the heaviest of the two above them range lows, and it's Litecoin which has taken the first move to the downside. Could have moved down to retest that low just above that 50 handle beyond the cards from here. That's after that daily close below all the recent lows yesterday, and I did suggest once we start seeing daily closes below, that's when you start to see some new sellers coming in, some stops may get wiped out. More importantly, it gives a fresh round of selling. And so far today, already taken out that previous daily low, so signs aren't looking too great there. Ethereum is also pointing to the downside. It's been a pretty quiet week so far for Ethereum overall, pretty flat as you can see. You know, we are down on the week, but nevertheless only down by around 100 points, which is more or less nothing. So pretty quiet, but is again, just to mention, looking heavy above that 1700 handle. The last 3 trading days have been in the red, and also today is pointing and shaping up for another down day. Again, watch out for a downside break below 1700, because then it could get quite fast to for a move down into 1550. Bitcoin is back below the 30k handle. It had been holding up okay this week so far. Them daily closes just above, but it's basically today so far you've seen another move below. But just be aware, we have seen these moves below, and then we've closed back above 30 every single day. But if we get a weekly close back below the 30k handle, that might be suggesting that next week we're going to spend more of the week below 30k than above it. Just to wrap up on our markets, before I just touch on the US CPI figure coming out, we've got Ripple there, which is probably one of the better lookings, if I could say that, of the 4 that we've just covered. As you can see, not looking as ominous to the downside, albeit over the past few hours we are trading down. But earlier on in the day we did see a spike higher, so quite an interesting move on Ripple that we've been seeing. Certainly looking a little bit better off, but don't forget how much further down it is off its all-time highs than maybe the ones that we were just covering, and this pattern is still shaping up very much like a contraction. You can see here, if we're to remove this trend line and attempt to put one on here, if my connection will allow me, doesn't look like it's going to allow me. I apologize for that. I got a pretty slow PC at the minute, but basically looking at the trend line from here all the way down here, you can see what I'm talking about, and the trend line underneath as well. So you got this triangular pattern which has been forming, and we're coming right into the pointy end of that now. So it is breakout time, and with overall momentum to the downside and with the macro backdrop still very negative for risk assets, I'm favoring a break to the downside. So watch for 0.3870 to give way. Just to wrap up, touch on the US CPI. That'll be coming out in 2.5 hours from now. Again, going to be a high number, no doubt about it. Don't forget, we've got another move higher in energy prices. Crude has been flying again up to potentially testing its cycle high around 130, and not good for an inflation print, basically. So that the core one will strip out energy and food, but nevertheless still expected to be high. If we get the last few numbers have come in pretty much roundabout consensus estimates, to be fair, so economists have been doing a good job. But if anything comes in below, maybe you see a relief rally in risk assets. Anything above that forecast, again, that could be that trigger on these cryptos to see another leg lower, break the range lows, and we know where we're going from there, as we've just discussed. Okay guys, I'll wrap up from there. Until next time, all the best of you trading, and I'll see you all in the chat room. Bye for now.